Welcome to our channel Pranati IAS. So, as we all know that the exam of UPSC has been conducted. Okay, so let's start the answer questionnaire discussion. So I'll just answer the answer keys, and you will just match. This question paper is of set A. Okay, this is of set A. Okay, so let's start with our first question. Consider the following statement. First statement. Listen carefully. Aadhaar metadata can't be stored for more than 3 months. State cannot enter into any contract with private corporations for sharing of Aadhaar data. Third, Aadhaar is mandatory for obtaining insurance products. Fourth, Aadhaar is mandatory for getting benefits funded out of the Consolidated Fund of India. Which of the following statements are correct? Okay. So the correct options are Aadhaar cannot be stored for more than 3 months. That is statement number 1. And Aadhaar is mandatory for getting benefits funded out of the Consolidated Funds of India. That is statement number 4. So the answer is option number A, 1 and 4 only. Okay. Now moving on to the next question. Rajya Sabha has equal power with Lok Sabha in amending the constitution. That is option number B. Okay. Third, with reference to the funds under Members of Parliament Local Area Development Scheme MPLADS, which of the following statements are correct? First, MPLADS funds must be used to create durable assets like physical infrastructure for health, education, etc. Second, a specified portion of each MP's fund must benefit SC/ST populations. Third, MPLADS funds are sanctioned on yearly basis and the unused funds cannot be carried forward to the next year. Fourth, the district authority must inspect at least 10% of all works under implementation every year. Select the correct answer using the code given below. Okay, so let's see. The first statement, that is MPLADS funds must be used to create durable assets like physical infrastructure for health, education, etc. is correct. Second option, a specified portion of each MP's fund must benefit SC/ST population is also correct. MPLADS funds are sanctioned on yearly basis and the unused funds cannot be forwarded to the next year. That's wrong. Fourth, the district authority must inspect at least 10% of all works under implementation every year. That's correct. So the option would be option number D, that is fourth option. Okay. Which one of the following categories of fundamental rights incorporates protection against untouchability as a form of discrimination? This is so straightforward question, and the answer is right to equality. Right to equality. In India, separation of judiciary from the executive is enjoyed by. This is also a straightforward question, and the answer is option B, a directive principle of state policy. Okay. Along with the budget, the finance minister also places other documents before the parliament which include the macroeconomic framework statement. The aforesaid document is presented because this is mandated by option D, that is provisions of the Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act 2003. Okay, moving forward. A constitutional government by definition is a government by legislature. Okay. Other than the fundamental rights, which of the following parts of the Constitution India reflect the principle and provisions of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights 1948? First one is preamble, second one is directive states of state policy, and third one is fundamental duties. And we all know that these all are listed, so the option correct is D. 1, 2 and 3. Okay. In India, legal services authorities provide free legal services to which of the following type of citizen? Persons with an annual income of less than 1 lakh, transgender with an annual income of less than 2 lakh, member of other backward classes with an annual income of less than 3 lakh, and the fourth one is all India senior citizens. All India senior citizens. And the correct ones are persons with an annual income of less than 1 lakh and transgender with an annual income of less than 2 lakh. That is option A. Okay. Consider the following pair. International agreements. So the question is on international relations. You can say so. Okay. Alma Ata Declaration. Subject is healthcare of the people. Or might be you all know. This is correct. Okay. And the second one, Hague Convention. Biological and chemical weapons. No, this is wrong. Talanoa Dialogue. Global climate change. Okay. Under 2 collision. Child rights. No. So the answer is C, 1 and 3 only. Okay. A parliamentary system of government is one in which the government is responsible to the parliament and cannot be removed by it. Okay. Which part of the Constitution of India declares the ideal of welfare state? 12. Directive principle of state policy. So there are 3 questions on the same topic, that is directive principles of state policy. Okay, remember that. Consider the following statement. First one, the Constitution of India defines its basic structure in terms of federalism, secularism, fundamental rights and democracy. Second one, the Constitution of India provides for judicial review to safeguard the citizens' liberties and to preserve the ideals on which the Constitution is based. Which of the statements are correct? So the statement correct is only the second one, that is option number 2. Option number B 2 only. Okay. One common agreement between Gandhism and Marxism is the fine goal of stateless society. In the context of India, which one of the following is the characteristic appropriate for bureaucracy? Take care. And the answer is option D, an agency for the implementation of public policy. Okay. The preamble of the Constitution of India is a part of the Constitution that has no legal effect independently of other parts. Option D. Gold trans refers to, what is gold trans? Gold trans is a credit system granted by IMF, International Monetary Fund, to its members. Okay. With reference to the provisions contained on Part 4 of the Constitution of India, which of the following statements are correct? First one, they shall be enforceable by courts. Second one, they shall not be enforceable by any court. Third one, the principles laid down in this part are to influence the making of laws by the state. Select the correct answer, and the correct answer is 2 and 3, that is option number D. So there are 3 questions on directive state principle of state policy, part 4 of the Constitution. So basically you need to clearly understand and remember the part 4 of Constitution, that is directive principle of state policy. Consider the following statement. First one, according to the Constitution of India, a person who is eligible to vote can be made a minister in a state for 6 months even if she is not a member of the legislature of that state. Second one, according to the Representation of People Act 1951, a person convicted of a criminal offence and sentenced to imprisonment for 5 years is permanently disqualified from contesting an election even after his release from prison. So both the statements are wrong, and the answer is option D, that is neither 1 and 2. Consider the following statement. The President of India can summon a session of the Parliament at such a place as he thinks fit. The Constitution of India provides for 3 sessions of the Parliament in a year, but it is not mandatory to conduct all 3 sessions. Third, there is no minimum number of days that the Parliament is required to meet in a year. Which of the statements given above are correct? And the correct ones are 1 and 3, So the option is C, that is C. That is C, what? C. With reference to the history of India, consider the following pair. What is Orang, in charge of Treasury of State, Banyan, Indian agent of the East India Company, Mira Sidar, designated revenue prior to the state. So the option that is correct is 3 only, that is C. With reference to the religious history of India, consider the following statements. First one, Sthavirvadin belonged to Mahayana Buddhism. Lokuttarvadin sect was an offshoot of Mahasanghic sect of Buddhism. The deification of Buddha by Mahasanghic fostered the Mahayana Buddhism. Which of the following statements are correct? The correct statements are option B, that is 2 and 3. Which of the following statements correctly explains the impact of Industrial Revolution on India during the first half of the 19th century? Only the option A, that is Indian handicrafts, were ruined. Consider the following events in the history of India. First one, rise of Pratihar under King Bhoj, that is King Mihir Bhoj. Okay, established not Parmar Vansiya Bhoj. It's King. It's Mihir Bhoj Pratham of Pratihar dynasty only, not Bhoj, Raja Bhoj of Parmar dynasty. Second one, establishment of Pallav power under Mahendra Verma Pratham. Third, establishment of Chol power by Parantak first. Fourth, Pal dynasty founded by Gopala. What is the correct chronological order of the above events starting from the earliest time? The first one is, that is second statement. Fourth one would be second. Mihir Bhoj will be third, and Parantak would be fourth. That is option number C. Which of the following phrases defines the nature of the hundi generally referred to in the sources of the post-Hearst period? It's a bill of exchange. Okay. With reference to the book Desher Katha written by Sankaram Ganesh Dushkar during the freedom struggle, consider the following statement. First one, it warned against the colonial state's hypnotic conquest of the mind. Second, it inspired the performance of Swadeshi street plays and folk song. Third, the use of Desh by Deoskar was in the specific context of the region of Bengal. Which of the following statements given are correct? And the correct option is C, 1 and 3 only. 7. The Gandhi-Irwin Pact included which of the following? First one, invitation to Congress to participate in the Round Table Conference. Second one, withdrawal of ordinances promulgated in connection with the civil disobedience movement. Third, acceptance of Gandhiji's suggestion for inquiry into police excesses. Fourth, release of only those prisoners who were not charged with violence. Select the correct answer using the code given below. And the answer would be option B, that is 1, 2 and 4. The Vittal Vidvansak, the first monthly journal to have the untouchable people as its target audience, was published by Gopal Baba Valgankar. With reference to the history of India, the terms Kulayavap and Dronavap denote measurement of land. That is option A. Who among the following ruler advised his subjects through this inscription? Whosoever praises his religious sect or blames other sects out of excessive devotion to his own sect with the view of glorifying his own sect, he rather injures his own sect very severely. So, a promising line, and that was spoken by our beloved Ashoka. With reference to the cultural history of India, which one of the following is the correct description of the term paramitas? This would be option C, perfection whose attainment led to the Bodhisattva path. In the context of Indian history, the Rakhmabai case of 1894 revolved around first, women's right to gain education, second, age of consent, third, restitution of conjugal rights. And the option is 1 and 3, C. Indigo cultivation in India declined by beginning of 20th century because of its unprofitability in the world market because of new inventions. Wellesley established the Fort William College at Calcutta because he wanted to train British civilians for administrative purpose in India. Option D. With reference to the history of India, Ulgulan or the Great Tumult is a description of which of the following events? This would be Birsa's Munda revolt of 1899 and 1900. With reference to the scholar literatures of ancient India, consider the following statement. Panini is associated with Pushyamitra Shung, Amar Sim is associated with Harshvardhan, Kalidas is associated with Chandragupta II. And the answer would be what? And the answer would be C only. Panini not, it was Patanjali, the Shishya of Panini, that is the student of Panini, student of Panini was Patanjali, who was associated with Pushyamitra Shung. So that is the answer would be C. In the context of recent advances in human reproductive technology, pro-nuclear transfer is prevention of mitochondrial diseases in offspring. This is a revolutionary change in medical science or reproductive biology. With the present state of development, artificial intelligence (AI) can effectively do which of the following? First, bring down electricity consumption in industrial units. Second, create meaningful short stories and songs. Third, disease diagnosis. Fourth, text-to-speech conversion. Fifth, wireless transmission of electrical energy. So you all know that the fourth one is absolutely right, because we are using this activity in our day-to-day life, and the answer correct and the option correct is D, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. With reference to visual light communication technology, which of the following statements are correct? VLC uses electromagnetic spectrum wavelength 375 to 780 nm. VLC is known as long range optical wireless communication. VLC can transmit large amount of data faster than Bluetooth. VLC has no electromagnetic interference, and the correct answer would be 1, 2 and 3. VLC has electromagnetic interference. This is wrong. With reference to blockchain technology, consider the following statement. It is a public ledger that everyone can inspect but which no single user controls. Second, the structure and design of blockchain is such that all the data in it are about cryptocurrency only. Third, applications that depend on basic feature of blockchain can be developed without anybody's permission. Which of the following statement given are correct? And the statement correct are first and second, that is option B. With reference to carbon nanotube, consider the following statement. They can be used as carrier of drugs and antigens in the human body. They can be made into artificial blood capillaries for injured part of human body. They can be used in biochemical sensors. Fourth, carbon nanotubes are biodegradable. And the option correct is all, that is D of 1, 2, 3 and 4. All 4 are correct. Consider the following activities. First, spraying pesticides on crop field. Second, inspecting the craters of active volcanoes. Third, collecting breath samples from spouting wheels for DNA analysis. At the present level of technology, which of the above activities can be successfully carried out by using drones? So, 1, 2 and 3, all 3 are correct and can be carried out by drones. The experiment will employ a trio of spacecraft flying in formation in the shape of an equilateral triangle that has sides 1 million kilometers long with lasers shining between the craft. The experiment in question refers to, it's of very important, and it's a, you can say, a current question, and it's about LISA Pathfinder, option C. Consider the following statement. Genetic changes can be introduced in the cells that produce eggs or sperm of a prospective parent. Second, a person's genome can be edited before birth at the early embryonic stage. Human-induced pluripotent stem cells can be injected into the embryo of a pig. Which of the following given are correct? It might seem a bit confusing, but the correct one is second only. This is absolutely wrong, or this is absolutely blunder. Okay, if you understand what I am saying. What is the importance of using pneumococcal conjugate vaccines in India? These vaccines are effective against pneumonia as well as meningitis and sepsis. Dependence on antibiotics that are not effective against drug-resistant bacteria can be reduced. These vaccines have no side effects and cause no allergic reactions. Select the correct answer using the code given below. And the correct answer is 1 and 2, that is option B. In India, the term public infrastructure is used in context of option option A, that is digital security infrastructure. Which of the following statements are correct regarding the general difference between plant cells and animal cells? Plant cells have cellulose cells while animal do not. Okay. Plant cells do not have plasma membrane unlike animal cells which do. Mature plant cell has one large vacuole while animal cell has many small vacuoles. And the option correct is 1 and 3. There is no such condition that plants that do not have plasma. Plant cells have plasma membrane. Which of the following are the reasons factor for exposure to benzene population? Automobile exhaust, okay, tobacco smoke, yeah, wood burning, yeah, using varnished wooden furniture, yeah, using products made of polyurethane. All the 5 are correct and the option is D. If another global financial crisis happens in the near future, which of the following acts and policies are most likely to give some immunity to India? Not depending on short-term foreign borrowings, opening up to foreign banks, maintaining full capital account convertibility. Select the correct answer using the code given below. That is A only. Okay, first statement is correct. If you withdraw 1 lakh in cash from a demand deposit bank account at your bank, the immediate effect on aggregate money supply in the economy will be it to increase it by more than 1 lakh. Option C. With reference to foreign direct investment in India, which one of the following is considered its major characteristics? It is and the option correct is B, that is it is largely non-debt creating capital flow. With reference to the international trade of India at present, which of the following statements are correct? First one, India's merchandise exports are less than its merchandise imports. Second, India's imports of iron and steel, chemicals, fertilizers and machinery have decreased in recent years. Third, India's exports of services are more than its import of services. Fourth, India suffers from an overall trade current account deficit. Select the correct answer using the code given below and the option correct is 1, 3 and 4. Okay, wow. 1, 3 and 4, option D. The term West Texas Intermediate, sometimes found in news, refers to, that is crude oil. Okay, crude oil. In the context of the Indian economy, non-financial debts include which of the following? First one, housing loans owed by households. Second, amounts outstanding on credit card. Third, treasury bills. Select the correct answer using the code given below and the option correct is 1, 2 and 3, that is all the options are correct. All the statements are correct. In India, why are some nuclear reactors kept under IAEA safeguard while others are not? This is because some use imported uranium, others use domestic supplies. Okay. With reference to the trade related investment measure TRIMs, which of the following statements are correct? Quantitative restrictions on imports by foreign investors are prohibited. First one. Second one is they apply to investment measures related to trade in both goods and services. Third, they are not concerned with the regulation of foreign investment. Select the correct answer using the code given below and the answer would be 2 only, that is second statement is correct only, option B. If the RBI decides to adopt an expansionist monetary policy, which of the following it do not do? First one, cut and optimize the statutory liquidity ratio. Second, increase the marginal standing facility rate. Third, cut the bank rate and repo rate. And the option correct would be second only, that is second statement and second only, Option is also B. Everything is second, second, second. With reference to the Indian economy after the 1991 economic liberalization, consider the following statement. Worker productivity rupee per worker at 2004, 5 prices increased in urban areas while it decreased in rural areas. Second, the percentage share of rural areas in the workforce steadily increased. Third, in rural areas the growth in non-farm economy increased. Fourth one, the growth rate is in rural employment decrease. Which of the statement given above are correct? And the option correct is 3 and 4. Statement correct is 3 and 4, and the option correct is B, that is B. Consider the following statement. In terms of short-term credit delivery to the agriculture sector, district center, cooperative and DCCBs deliver more credit in comparison to scheduled commercial banks and regional rural bank. Second, one of the most important functions of DCCBs is to provide funds to the primary agricultural credit societies. Which of the statements are correct? And the statements correct is second statement is correct only, option B. In India, under cyber insurance for individuals, which of the following benefits are generally covered in addition to payment for the loss of funds and other benefits? Cost of restoration of the computer system in case of malware disrupting access to one's computer. Cost of new computer if some miscreant willfully damages it if proved so. Cost of hiring a specialized consultant to minimize the loss in case of cyber extortion. Cost of defense to the court of law if any third party files a suit. And the option and the statement corrects are all, that is option D. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the 4 statements are correct. Moving on. In India, which of the following can be considered as public investment in agriculture? First, fixed minimum support price for agricultural produce of all crops. Second, computerization of primary agricultural credit societies. Third, social capital development. Fourth, free electricity supply to farmer. Fifth, waiver of agricultural loans by the banking system. Sixth, setting up of cold storage facility by the governments. Select the correct answer using the code given below, and the correct statements are all, that is D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. What is the importance of the term interest coverage ratio of a firm in India? It helps in understanding the present risk of firm that a bank is going to give loan to. It helps in evaluating the emergency risk of a firm that a bank is going to give loan to. Third, the higher a borrowing firm's level of interest coverage ratio, the worse is its ability to service its debt. And the option correct is 1 and 2, that is A. Which of the following factors were affecting the price of rice in India in the recent past? Minimum support price, government trading, government stockpiling, consumer subsidies. And the option correct is all, that is D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Consider the following statement. The value of Indo-Sri Lanka trade has consistently increased in the last decade. Textile and textile articles constitute an important item of trade between India and Bangladesh. In the last 5 years, Nepal has been the largest trading partner of India in South Asia. And the option correct is 2 only. Nepal couldn't be the largest trading partner. Okay. In which of the following groups are all the 4 countries member of G20? And the option first is correct, that is Argentina, Mexico, South Africa and Turkey. Under the Kisan Credit Scheme, short-term credit support is given to farmer for which of the following purpose? Working capital for maintenance of farm assets, purchase of combine harvester, tractors and mini trucks, consumption requirement of farm households, post-harvest expenses, construction of family house and setting up of village cold storage facility. The option correct are all the 5 statements are correct, that is option D. Consider the following statement. The weightage of food in consumer price index CPI is higher than that in wholesale price index WPI. The WPI does not capture changes in the price of services which CPI does. Reserve Bank of India has now adopted WPI as its key measures of inflation and to decide on changing the key policy rates. Which of the statements given below are correct? and the statements given below correct are 1 and 2 only. Consider the following pair. Mekong River flows into Andaman Sea. Is it correct? I guess it's not correct, and it's not correct. And Thames falls in Irish Sea, Volga falls in Caspian Sea, Zambezi in Indian Ocean, and the option correct is option C, that is 3 and 4 only. Consider the following statement. In the case of all serious pulses and all seeds, the procurement at minimum support price is unlimited in any state UT of India. In the case of cereal and pulses, the MSP is fixed in any state UT at a level to which the market price will never have. Which of the following statements given are correct? And the statement correct are all no one, that is neither 1 nor 2. With reference to the Indian economy, consider the following statement. Commercial paper is a short-term unsecured promissory note. Certificate or deposit is a long-term instrument issued by the Reserve Bank of India to a corporation. Call money is a short-term finance used for interbank transaction. Zero coupon bonds are the interest-bearing short-term bonds issued by scheduled commercial banks to corporation. And the option correct are 1 and 3 only, that is option C. With reference to the cultural history of India, consider the following pair. Parivrajak, renunciant and wanderer. Shramana, priest with high status. Upasaka, lay follower of Buddhism. Which of the following pair are correctly matched? And the pair correctly matched is 1 and 3. Statement is correct, that is option B. With reference to Indian elephant, consider the following statement. The leader of an elephant group is a female. The maximum gestation period can be 22 months. An elephant can normally go on calving till the age of 40 years. Among the states in India, the highest elephant population is Kerala. You would say that is Kerala has highest population of elephant, but it's not correct. The highest population of elephant is found in Karnataka, not in Kerala. Okay, Kerala has relatively less population of elephant. Yeah, in movies we have seen that Kerala has a huge population of elephant, but it's not. Kerala doesn't has a huge population. Kerala has the rarest types of elephants, or you can say Kerala has a large protected area for elephant, but the highest elephant population is found in Karnataka. That's the level of UPSC. Okay, and the option correct is A, that is first two statements are correct. Which of the following protected area located in Kaveri Basin and Nagarhole National Park, Papikonda National Park, Satyamangalam Tiger Reserve, Wayanad Wildlife Sanctuary? All the four are located. Okay, Nagarhole, Karnataka, Papikonda, Andhra, Satyamangalam, Tamil Nadu, Wayanad, Kerala. With reference to India's biodiversity, Ceylon frogmoth, coppersmith barbet, grey-chinned minivet, and white-throated redstars are birds. Chidiya. Which of the following protected areas is well known for the conservation of subspecies of the Indian swamp deer, Barasingha, that thrives well on hard ground and is exclusively graminevorous? Kanha National Park. Steel slag can be the material for which of the following? Construction of base road, improvement to agricultural soil, production of cement, and the option would be D, 1, 2 and 3. Which of the following are the most likely places to find the musk deer in its natural habitat? And the option correct is Ascot Wildlife Sanctuary, Gangotri National Park. Option A, 1 and 2. In rural road construction, the use of which of the following is preferred for ensuring environmental sustainability or to reduce carbon footprint? Copper slag, cold mixed asphalt technology, geotextile, hot mixed asphalt technology, Portland cement. So we use asphalt technology as a prime source, and the option correct is 1, 2 and 3, that is A. Consider the following statement. Coal ash contain arsenic, lead and mercury. Coal-fired power plant release sulfur dioxide and oxides of nitrogen into the environment. High ash content is observed in Indian coal. And the option correct is B. What is the use of biochar in farming? 80. Biochar can be used as part of the growing medium in vertical farming. When biochar is part of the growing medium, it promotes the growth of nitrogen fixing microorganisms. When biochar is a part of the growing medium, it enables the growing medium to retain water for longer time. And the option correct is 1, 2 and 3, D. If a particular plant species is placed under Schedule 6 of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, what is the implication? And the implication is such a plant cannot be cultivated under any circumstances. With reference to the period of Gupta dynasty in ancient India, the towns Ghanta, Sal, Kadur and Chaul were known as ports handling foreign trade. What are the advantages, disadvantages of zero tillage in agriculture? Sowing of wheat is possible without burning the residue of previous crop, without the need for nursery of rice saplings. Direct planting of paddy seeds in the wet soil is possible. Carbon sequestration in the soil is possible. Select the correct answer using the code given below, and the correct answer is option D, that is all the three statements are correct. According to India's national policy on biofuel, which of the following can be used as raw material for the production of biofuels? Cassava, damaged wheat grains, groundnut seeds, horse gram, rotten potatoes, sugar beet. Okay, select the correct answer, and 1, 2, 5 and C, that is cassava, damaged wheat grain, rotten potatoes and sugar beet are used as raw material for biofuels. Which one of the following statement best describes the term social cost of carbon? It is a measure and monetary value of the long-term damage done by a ton of CO2 emissions in a given year. With reference to pulse production in India, consider the following statement. Black gram can be cultivated as both Kharif and Rabi crop. Green gram alone accounts for nearly half of pulse production. In the last 3 decades, while the production of Kharif pulses has increased, the production of Rabi pulses has decreased. And the option correct and the statement correct is the first one only. Green gram accounts for only 8%. Okay, I would like to say that the detailed explanation of all the questions would be done by Utpal sir tomorrow at 8 p.m. Some questions of history has already been discussed at 7 p.m. today only, but few questions has left, and that would be explained, discussed tomorrow 8 a.m. sharp. Okay, so I request you all to come and join our live classes. Okay, this is just an overview I have given, that just match your answer and खुश हो जाइए कितने मार्क्स आए. Okay, I know English, but आदत हो गई है हिंदी बोलने की. The crop is subtropical in nature. A hard frost is injurious to it. It requires at least 210 frost-free days and 50 to 100 centimeters of rainfall for its growth. A light, well-drained soil capable of retaining moisture, ideally suitable for the cultivation of the crop. Which one of the following is that is cotton? हिंदी में कपास. With reference to solar water pump, consider the following statement. Solar power can be used for running surface pumps and not for submersible pump. Solar power can be used for running centrifugal pumps and not the ones with piston. Which of the following statements are correct? And the statements correct are second one only, that is option B. Option B. With reference to the current trends in the cultivation of sugarcane in India, consider the following statement. A substantial saving in seed material is made when bud chip seedlings are raised in a nursery and transplanted in the main field. When direct planting of sets is done, the germination percentage is better with single budded sets as compared to sets with many buds. If bad weather conditions prevail when sets are directly planted, single budded sets have better survival as compared to large sets. Sugarcane can be cultivated using settings prepared from tissue culture, and the option correct is, you might be surprised, but the statement correct are 1 and 2. You all would be saying that the fourth one would be correct, but fourth one is not practiced in India, so it's a wrong. Okay, and as in India, you can see in India In the context of India, which one of the following are considered to be practices of eco-friendly agriculture? Crop diversification, legume intensification, transhumator use, vertical farming, and the options and the statement corrects are all, that is option D. What are the advantages of fertigation? Fertigation, not fertilizer. Fertigation in agriculture. Controlling the alkalinity of irrigation water is possible. Efficient application of rock phosphate and all other phosphatic fertilizers is possible. Increased availability of nutrients to plant is possible. Reduction in the leaching of chemical nutrients is possible. Select the correct answer using the code given below, and the correct answer is that 2, 3 and 4 statement is correct, and the option D is correct. Consider the following mina: bentonite, chromite, kyanite, sillimanite. All the four are found in India, but fourth one, that is sillimanite, is considered as major mineral. You will all be surprised at why not chromite. Why not chromite would be explained by Utpal sir. With reference to ocean mint, I know the answer. I know the explanation. You just better watch it. Wait and watch. With reference to the ocean mean temperature (OMT), which of the following statements are correct? OMT is measured up to a depth of 26 degrees Celsius isotherm, which is 129 meters in the southwestern Indian Ocean during January-March. OMT collected during January-March can be used in assessing whether the amount of rainfall in monsoon will be less or more than the certain long-term means. Select the correct answer using the code given below, and the correct answer would be neither 1 nor 2. D. With reference to chemical fertilizers in India, consider the following statement. At present, the retail price of chemical fertilizers is market driven and not administered by the government. Ammonia, which is an input of urea, is produced from natural gas. Sulfur, which is a raw material for phosphoric acid fertilizer, is a byproduct of oil refineries. Which of the following statements given are correct? And the statement correct are option 1, 2 and 3, that is option D. With reference to India's desert national park, which of the following statements are correct? It is spread over 2 districts. There is no human habitation inside the park. It is one of the greatest natural habitats for Great Indian Bustard. And the options correct is 1 and statement corrects are 1 and 3. Option is C. Yeah, there has a human habitation which is limited to just 4 to 5 within 1 kilometer per square. But you can't say that there is no human. There is, but there is less. There is difference between no and less. Sianchin Glacier, I've already explained you in my editorial video. Okay, where is Sianchin Glacier? Where is Aksai Chin? Where is Nubra Valley? Where is Gilgit? Where is Leh, Ladakh? I've explained the whole Kashmir. So better watch and then answer. And I would like to give the answer, and the answer would be option D, Northern Nubra Valley. With reference to the history of India, consider the following pair: famous place, present state, Bhilsa, Madhya Pradesh, Dwarsamud, Maharashtra, Girinagar is Girnar, Gujarat, Sthaneshwar is Thaneshwar, Uttar Pradesh. Which of the following are correct? And the correct ones is 1 and 3 only. 36% of India's districts are classified overexploited or critical by the Central Groundwater Authority (CGWA). CGWA was formed under the Environment Protection Act. India has the largest area under groundwater irrigation in the world. Which of the following statements given are correct? And the statement correct is 2 and 3, that is option B. Consider the following state: jet stream occur in the northern hemisphere only. Only some cyclones develop an eye. The temperature inside the eye of an cyclone is nearly 10 degrees Celsius lesser than that of the surrounding. And the option correct is 2. Last but not the least, among the following tiger reserve, which one has the largest area under critical tiger reserve? And that is Nagarjun Srisailam. Nagarjun Srisailam. So I have given the answer key of today's UPSC prelims GS paper. All the 100 questions have been cleared, and the explanation would be given by Utpal sir on tomorrow at 8 a.m. sharp, and some explanation has been given today at 7 p.m. Please watch the video of today, and also do watch the tomorrow's video at 7. Join our live classes as 8 a.m. and if you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe, and all the best for your results and all your future. Okay.